Hello, Miss
Hello.
Raylene.
How are
I,
you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I like your hair.
Oh, thank you.
It's curly.
Thank you. Yeah, I just decided to let my hair do what it wants to do because it has a
It,
mind of its own anyway, so it's
it's
naturally
natural.
this way.
It reminds me of Eric's hair. You know how he's got that.
Yeah, but I
So
don't think that
Eric
hair's ever
doesn't
seen
skip
a
the comb
comb.
from.
I don't think I don't think he's ever seen a comb, that hair. So, anywho, well, hello, Erik, my main man.
He says, "Hello, mother. How are you?" He
Good. How are you?
he says, "I'm doing amazing." He says, "I'm excited to be here." He says that he was a bit nervous waiting. He says that he was experiencing like anxieties trying to
What?
wait.
I
I
didn't
told
know
him
you could
to wait.
experience anxiety on that side.
He says, "Oh yeah." He says, "Why do you think I pace back and forth when I talk to people?"
Oh, is it
And
just excitement? Not
yes,
okay.
he
All
says
right.
it's more of excitement that I'm feeling.
All that pent up energy.
I had to have him stay back a little bit today while I was working with my other people.
Mm-hmm.
He was really, really close, and it was almost as if he was causing me to like I couldn't focus. That's how
Oh
close he
yeah.
was.
Oh, Erik, give poor Raylene a break.
He says, I know. We're all learning."
So we have a lot of questions to go through today, and we'll divide this up into two parts. And Raylene wants me to let you guys know that we're going to when she starts accepting more questions in April. Uh, to her site www.angelmedium7.com. The 7 is a numeral. Only one question per customer. Is that right, Raylene?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Otherwise,
it's
she gets
going to be in
flooded.
March. We're going to accept
Oh,
questions in March.
oh, okay. My bad. March. That sounds awesome. Well, let's get started then. All right.
Eric's laughing at you. He says he taught you how to talk.
Oh, really? I don't know. I think it was the opposite. I think I told you how to. Your first word was ma, which means more. You want more food. I remember that.
He's talking
Um,
about the slang language.
Oh, okay. All right, Meretta P. In 2007, I went to see a medium. Afterwards, two guides appeared in front of me and started to talk to me and control me. Why is this happening and how can I make it stop? Wow.
Did you say two guides or two guys?
Two guides.
Guides. That's what I thought you said.
Okay.
So Eric says
They aren't guides. I don't
they're
know.
not guides. These are not guides that came in front of you. And he tells you that your mind was overacting, and he says that part of this was manifested. He does tell you that there was, how should I say this? Not It's not a guide, a lower vibration energy, not like a demonic entity or anything like that, because it wasn't to that extent. It was more of something that wanted to mess with you, like a spirit that hadn't completely crossed over yet. And he says that it was more of somebody that wanted to mess with you, but these are not guides. He says that the guides will not want to control you, and they have such loving energy. He
Mm-hmm.
says that guides don't control you, they guide you, and
Yeah.
they don't tell you what you can and cannot do. So if you have these voices going on in your head, that's not a guide telling you not to do
So
that or
what can she
do
do
that.
about him, Erik, to get rid
He
of
says
him?
to sage her energy, and then also this looks like she's gonna need crystal protection. To wear a form of crystal like a black tourmaline would be really good for her. This
Okay.
is very sensitive, and she's highly sensitive to bringing spirits home with her.
Okay. Did they just come in because of the session with the medium? Did that open up
He
some
says
door?
that was a trigger. Yes, he
Okay.
says this is a
Okay.
trigger.
All right, now here's one from Marge S. Hi, Erik. I love you, sweetie. Aw. You know what I have been through in the past with love and grief. Today's romantic life has been wonderful and yet full of unpleasant surprises. Oh, am I on the right track?
He says that he loves you very much, and he thanks you for talking to him because he hears you quite often. He
Oh,
says that he's working with you also on a spiritual level with helping you to open up your abilities. He tells you that yes, you are on the right path and that everything that has happened in your life hasn't been so easy for you to deal with, but he says that it's happened for a reason and that you've come very far. He says that the light at the end of the tunnel is there.
oh, good. All right, Julie L. I would like to know my life purpose. Does the art support it or distract from it?
Art supports it hugely.
Oh,
He
good.
says your life purpose is actually involving creativity, making items. You're very artistic.
Mm.
Um, Not only that, but he says that writing and you can talk to somebody and word something differently. You're very good with the way that you word things. It's very artistic too. He's telling you to write, journal down your thoughts, your ideas, and write.
Okay, what's her life purpose?
She came in to do arts, like music, creating things. That is her purpose.
Okay. All right, good. Marion, oh, did I marry the right person and will we stay together? Whoops.
No, very clear from Erik. This is not a marriage that's going to last you. I do
Oh,
see you guys
gosh.
separating. I'd say within the next 2 years. The reason is your husband is controlling and he tells you how he likes things done and in certain ways that he's not the right person. Erik says that you should free yourself.
Now, was there a spiritual contract behind them
Her
getting
being,
together?
her being standing in her own power, telling somebody that it's not okay to do something, very much standing in her own power, setting boundaries, things of that sort. It seems like a lot of people are having these type of relationships.
Yeah. So sometimes they help you find self-empowerment.
Empowerment, they do. He
All
says
right.
that is it, Mom. He says that you get the self-empowerment from these lessons because it's not there and it doesn't grow on its own.
Yeah. All right, Kate J. When will my dad, Sam P., from Wisbeck, Cams, UK, transition from his Alzheimer's? He's 90 years old. Oh, bless his heart.
I'm sorry that he's
Yeah.
going through this, and Erik tells you to be strong with this and to understand that he's already gone in a sense because his spirit has already left. His physical body is going to die. Erik is giving him a year, about a year,
Okay.
before he's actually gone, but his soul has already pretty much left. His
Yeah.
father's gone.
I remember when my mother had dementia. She was most of her spirit was in the other side, was on the other side for a long time. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they do. And I think it's the body that has a hard time with dying because the
Yeah.
soul's already gone. It's just the body that's staying alive.
Wow. All right, Barbara B. Is my mother now understanding how my father manipulated her? And will he end up leaving everything to my younger siblings like I told her he would? Mm.
He does. There's going to be a lot of battle and a lot of fights going on in the family. So be ready for this. And yes, your mother does see the manipulation that she went through. She loved your father very deeply, and she still does care for him on a. It's kind of hard to tell you how she cares for him because it's like non-judgmental. She doesn't judge him,
Mm.
and the pain. She doesn't feel pain anymore. She's such a non-judgmental person.
Well, why would he leave everything to the younger siblings? What's
The
in his
father was
mind?
not.
Hmm?
He's not a very fair person, and it's the type of person that he was.
Okay.
Greed is in his mind, was in his mind. Not a very good person.
Is there anything that she can do to circumvent that inequity?
No, it looks like she's not going to really get anything. She has a lot to deal with like family fighting. It's so much of finding peace in the family and not worrying about the materialistic things,
Mm.
and that in itself is a huge lesson.
Oh gosh, this sounds like a horrible
Yeah.
one. Ugh. Barbara S. Hi, my name's Barbara, and much gratitude. My husband is battling sciatica issues, it is believed, but I'm wondering if this is really an energetic issue and how can I best help him?
So Erik says that this is both. He says that this is medical and energy. Your husband is quite the sensitive person and he needs to learn how to de-stress himself. He takes on energies that he cannot see. So for instance, you know, use a hospital or a doctor's office, for example. Thank you. He goes, you can go into a doctor's office and there's sick people there, right? He goes, so when you go in to get treatment, he's feeling energy that doesn't belong to him, whether it's a cold or
Mm,
whether it's somebody's tumor in their brain. He picks it up and it's energy that he's keeping in his body. How can you, he says he could protect his energy again by energy. It's like he has to go to an energy healer because he's got a lot of damage in his body. So
okay.
going to an energy healer is going to help him. The medication he's on, it's not doing anything. There's actually going to be a change with his medication to come off of. This looks like there's also an antidepressant that he's on right now that he needs to get off of. Erik is
Okay.
telling you the CBD oil is going to help with the pain, and it's probably the highest strength of CBD that you can get. It's going to be around 700 milligrams.
Hmm.
And he says it's legal. The one that you're going to look for is legal.
All right, so I wanted to tell you too. that the name of the somatic body worker, Raylene, they do the Grindberg technique. Grindberg. Is that something that would help him? A Grindberg practitioner?
Erik says, hell yes, that is something that's going to be very beneficial to
I
him.
had one session and it was just freaking amazing. They just totally break up trapped energy and things like that. So
he says it's blockages, Mom.
yeah.
And by the way, he tells you don't have blockages, Mom.
Okay, well, I think she cleared them all up.
You did.
Roto-rooter for the chakras or something. All right, Lisa P. Hi, Erik. What's my
Where
spiritual?
can you find that person? Or that?
I just online look up Grindberg practitioner or something, or just Grindberg. I don't know. That's all I know. Anyway, Lisa P. Hi, Erik. What is my spiritual mission in this life?
For you, you come here to connect with animals, even fish, things of that sort. You come here spiritually to have a connection with animals, to love the feeling of animals, nurturing animals. It's very much animal oriented. You come here to have animals.
Is that for her own benefit or just the animals?
Nope. Well, Erik says, well, Mom, it can be a benefit for both of them. The animals enjoy the care, the attention, and then she has companionship as well, so it fills voids. And they're very, very healing. They take away pain that can be there, emotional and physical pain.
Sure.
So
is there a lesson in that one at all?
He says a lesson of love.
A lesson.
He's got he's got some glasses on right now. They're dark, and he just put them on. He's in the shade, like he's a cool man. And he's
yeah, cool dude. All right, Beta, I think it is, M. Dear Erik, I would love to hear messages including my mission and personal relationship. Thank you, and I love you.
Your mission here is solely revolved around family. You've come here to have family, to interact with people, and he tells you that you have communication issues with expressing how you feel, telling people what you need or what you don't need. So he tells you that your mission is to understand how to communicate and to communicate better, which you are working on. He says to be patient with yourself. He also tells you that this is also a past life issue. He's talking about a relationship that comes in from a past life issue, and it's interfering with this current life that you're in. Mm-hmm. He talks about like you not being able to communicate in the past life. Like it's not women. When women couldn't talk, that situation. This is more of being told how to look, how you have to dress. It's like very much personal looks, being told how to look.
Okay.
And so he says that this is where the communication comes in, and it's interfering with this life. Very much doing your own thing, doing what you want to do, dress how you want to dress, be the person that you want to be. Communicate your self-expression through looks.
Okay. So basically, just, put up boundaries when you need to, be emotionally honest with yourself and others, and be your true, authentic self.
Exactly.
That's what you're here to do. Awesome. All right, Nancy S., tell me about my little brother, Albert. What caused his death? Oh, goodness. So sorry.
So Albert is showing me that his heart just quit working, and there was a condition that he dealt with. This looks like, when people stop breathing when they're sleeping, a lot of people, for babies, it's called SIDS. With adults, it's like sleep apnea. He shows that he had sleeping issues, and it was connected to his heart and his lungs.
Oh, goodness.
He says that he loves you, and he thanks you, by the way, for the work that you do. So her work must be caring for people and just like so understanding.
Oh, awesome. That's great. What a nice thing. And Albert, you're doing all right, aren't you?
He says, I'm doing more than all right. He says that I am full. He must have been quite the eater because he's talking about he's full. He's not hungry.
Oh, okay, good. All right, Selena C. What is my purpose for this life, Erik?
Selena, Erik is over here dancing and singing your name. Selena, Selena, Selena. He says that music is your purpose. Coming to hear music, listen to music, communicate through music. He says that you've come here to be quite the vocal person, to express your feelings, and you do this quite easily. He says that you say what's on your mind when it's on your mind. He says you come down here, be firm, and tell people, straight up, no bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, she could give Beta some some lessons. Then they should get together and
they should have coffee.
Yeah. All right, Linda A. Hi, Erik. I'm feeling a little lost right now. Can you help me dial in on my purpose? I feel like I have a strong group on the other side. Am I supposed to learn to channel in gratitude? Linda Red.
Linda, Erik is over here saying, Linda. He says, because you have such a higher purpose and a higher calling coming to you. He says, as you know, you're an energy healer, a light worker. He says, light working can have many different definitions, such as just being in the right place at the right time, or it can mean that you're an energy healer or Reiki practitioner. He says, you already do channel. You just have to understand when you're channeling. But the answer to your question is you will be doing spiritual work. This is channeling. And I see you communicating like telepathically. It's not going to be concrete hearing like me and Elisa talking right now. This is going to be like information just coming to you. Now you have it and it's there. Kind
Like
of like,
claircognizance, where you
yes,
just get this knowing?
yes.
Because that's my main channeling is I just
It's
get some
claircognizance.
information and there it is.
But it's also hers is more of a telepathic too because she can communicate with other people and know like what they're thinking, or she could say something that someone else was just about to say. It's
Very
telepathic
cool.
and claircognizance.
Very cool. All right. Hager or Hager S. I was wondering if my husband will be finding work in the very near future.
Yes, ma'am. Your husband will be finding work within the next 2 months.
Oh,
He's
good.
going to be doing labor work, by the way. I don't know where he's looking at, but this
Bella.
is labor work that he's going to be doing. I would say like construction work or
Okay.
roofing. It's very much labor.
Okay. All right. And will he be happy in that? Come here, Bella. Quick. She wants to come up, but then she moves away every time I try to get her.
Hi,
Bella.
puppy. He will be happy in the work that he does. However, he's a very old soul and he's tired. He, it's not that he doesn't like to work or he doesn't have motivation. He's just physically tired. He's a very old soul.
Okay.
But yes, the work will be, it will keep him satisfied. I don't want to
Okay,
use the
good.
word happy, but satisfied seems
Okay.
better.
All right. All right. Here's one from Ruth P. What am I supposed to be doing in my life?
You come down here to pretty much be by, I don't want to say by yourself, but to figure things out alone. You do best when you're alone. You can think better when you're alone, when you're not around big crowds, things like that. He says that you've come here to really learn about yourself and to kind of figure out, what you really like about yourself, what you don't like. This is all, it sounds like a selfish type of person, right? But it's not. He says it's not
Mm-mm.
selfish at all. But you've come down here to be you, to be like, to do things for yourself, not to do things for others. It sounds selfish, right? That's what he's come down here to do, and his
Okay.
mission would be to make himself happy,
Or it's
uh,
Ruth. It's a girl.
to make yourself happy.
All right. So to self reflect.
Yes,
Yeah, to figure out who
that's a
her
much better way
authentic
to say.
self is. All right, that's a good one. All right, LMG. I visited the CE Houston event. It was amazing. This is my first request for Erik. I wanted to see what advice my higher self has for me this year. Thank you, Erik, Raylene, and Elisa.
Your higher self is telling you to ground your energy because your thoughts are all over the place. And she says that you find yourself scattered and thinking of different things quite often. You change your mind. You need to ground yourself.
How does she
She
do that?
says you can do this by taking a bubble bath
Or he, maybe.
with
I don't know.
Epsom salt.
Uh-huh.
Take it by taking a bath with Epsom salt. Go outside in nature, hiking, just putting your feet in the ground, hugging a tree barefoot.
Mm.
I often get called a tree hugger because I
I've
hug
done
trees.
that. I love it. It feels amazing. It really does.
Yes, it really does. It grounds you very quickly too.
Okay.
Wearing the color red,
Okay.
smelling pepper, eating pepper. Those are all really
What
good
kind of
ground.
pepper? Black pepper or just...
Yep, black pepper, regular
Okay.
pepper,
Oh,
table
okay.
pepper.
All right.
You might sneeze if you smell it, but it'll ground you.
Yeah, I bet it will. That's good. Okay, Belinda M. Will you help me communicate with my spirit guides?
So Erik is answering your question. He says that I am one of your spirit guides and you connect to
Ooh.
me all the time. He
Oh.
says I'm a teacher of yours as well. He tells you that you have a spirit guide who wishes to introduce herself to you. She's given me the name Annette.
Okay.
Says, hello, I am here regarding relationships. So she guides you with relationships. All kinds, not only romance. This is going to be like relationships with kids, other people, everybody. She's relationships. So her life must be a little bit complicated with relationships right now.
Mm.
Or she's having some odds,
Yeah.
relationship issues.
Okay.
That's her.
What about Erik? What are you helping her with, Erik?
He says spirituality. He's
Okay,
got
good.
this shit grin look on his face, and he says, Mom, I'm teaching her how to channel.
Oh, good.
He says that everybody is already channeling and you guys are really unaware of it. He says the world just has so much to learn, and he says, this is why I'm here. I'm going to teach
Awesome.
humanity how to communicate with spirits.
Awesome. That's
Right,
great.
Erik?
All right, Whitney M. Hi, Erik. Can I get a message from my higher self? That seems to be a very popular one. And am I on the right path to obtain success in my career and love life?
Career and love life is amazing. He says that you will find so much love in this life. It's going to be love that you've never experienced in any other life. And he says that you feel so loved and so wanted right now. He says it's because you're in the right place at the right time. Career wise, he says that yes, however, you need to be doing more volunteer work. So this could be like helping in a shelter, an animal shelter, in a church. Any type of volunteering work is going to help your energy.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Any other message from his higher
Higher self,
self?
higher self.
I'm her. Yeah.
Thank you. So for her higher self question or message
Yeah.
going to be to take care of her sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra needs to be balanced. You can do this in meditation, binaural beats. You can also do this by wearing orange, eating oranges.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Also,
iTunes and YouTube
smelling orange.
sacral chakra balancing and clearing and all that stuff. You can look it up. All right, Sheila S. What is my soul purpose?
Your soul purpose, Sheila. So first off, there's a bird. This looks like a dove that I'm looking at for Sheila,
Mm-hmm.
and she's connected to birds. She's telling you to pay attention to birds, to animals.
Hmm.
Your soul purpose is involving animals, connecting with animals, and also being like nurturing. Like you are like a doctor. So for her, she's got like the warm hand. She's got the nurturing sensation going on. She's here to help people, to nourish people, and it's not on like a doctor level. This is on, I want to say, like mother or friendship type of level.
Okay, cool. All right, Paul L. What can I do to be more open to spirit? I've had some experiences, but I would like to be open to spirit at any given time. Thank you and God bless you.
Paul, Erik says, "What's up, bro?" That's so funny. He tells you the things that you can do to open up spirituality. He says to stop focusing on it so much, because you focus on it so much, it kind of puts a block on it. He says that you do have chakras in your body that need to be balanced out. Don't focus on your third eye, because that's the last one that you guys want to focus on, anybody in general. You specifically, Paul, don't focus on the third eye. You need to focus on your heart and your root chakra before you start focusing on your third eye, so that way you can hear and see clearly. You are more cognizant, so you're not going to hear people communicating voices from the outside with your outside ear. It's going to be a thought that just comes in, a knowing of something, whether it's a person's name. It's just going to be like, Erik goes like a car, vroom, vroom, vroom. Now you have this idea. It's in your head.
Okay.
That's the kind of communication that you're going to have. It's not going to be concrete hearing.
Okay.
So stop trying to practice so hard on it and stop trying to work on that third eye, because balance those other chakras and that third eye is going to come into focus.
Okay. Excellent. Debbie M. Hello, Erik. Have you met up with my twin flame, Alan? And does he have a message for me?
Erik says, of course I've met up with him, and he says that his message is he loves you very much, and he is telling you to be happy. So if you're trying to be in a relationship right now and you're not completely open in that relationship, open yourself a little bit more and be happy.
Okay. Wow. That's a good one. Let's see. Susan Z. I've been working hard to piece my life back together, as it's been disastrous these past few years. Oh, will I gain full-time employment again since my surgery last June? And will I find love again as well? So that's like a couple of 2 parts.
So your employment, no, you will not have employment. It's going to be a while before you do. Actually, they are telling you, Erik is telling you to file for disability, because your pain, he's talking about pain for her. It's very big, and the pain is going to be consistent and it's not going to go away. So to file for some form of disability and you will get it.
Well, will she never be able to have full-time employment? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
she will. She will have full-time employment
Okay.
in the future, but not anytime soon. She needs to have income and she needs to have some source of stability. So that's why they're telling her
Okay.
about disability.
So when are we, how many years, or is there anything she can
It's
do
going
about
to
the
be
pain?
at least 5 years before she gets
Okay.
another job. Before she can't like sit long or stand long. That's going to be the issue with her. She can't do something for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So Erik tells her to be patient with this process. Pain-wise, he says she could use CBD oil.
I was
And
wondering, yeah.
he's actually talking about the kind that has THC in it too for her.
Yeah.
So she must live in a state where she can have it legally.
Maybe.
But the kind that has THC in it is going to help her.
Okay. Would the Grinberg method of somatic healing help?
He says yes, but she's got financial issues around that area.
Okay. All right. Rensink R. I hear voices talking when it's quiet and dark. Actual conversations that are not just my thoughts. My question is, what am I hearing?
What is her name?
Rensink.
Rensink. You have energy in your home that does not need to be there. You do hear your guides and your angels. And so you have angelic beings around you.
Good.
And he says you need to sage your energy because you've got so much activity going on. Sage the home. Start from the back of it and then have a door open so the energy has an exit point. It's going to either be your front door or your back door.
So you can get online. Even Amazon will sell sage, and you just light it on fire and it smokes and
it's so amazing. It's a miracle worker.
Okay.
So he says that you are talking to your angels and you are talking to guides. Okay. Erik says that he's in your head quite often and that he messes with you because you think it's self-talk. Not only when your lights are down, that's when it's like your focusing time. That's, why you get so much activity. Mm-hmm. It's because it's like your focusing time. In the dark, you're in your space. In the daytime, he says this is more like self-talk for you because Erik is talking to you. It's in your head. You're doing self-talk. You're getting these ideas and it's not you. Erik has a smile on his face and he says, learn to understand when it's me. Bring your ego down, guys, and just stop talking yourself out of, was that me or was that somebody else? Because it's very much in your head.
Yeah, of course.
You are not crazy.
Okay. Timmy D, have you met my daughter? If so, what is she up to?
Your daughter is gorgeous, and she is over here pranking you with Erik. Erik is teaching her how to move objects such as glasses, remotes, and so she moves things on you. She's a prankster. She gets happy when she does these type of things. Although it may be quite frustrating to you, she gets happy doing it.
So Erik's a bad influence on her. Uh-oh.
He says, Mom, not so much a bad influence. He says, I'm teaching her.
That's good. It brings people joy. Any messages from her?
She's showing me that she wants her belongings to be displayed. So make a blanket out of her pictures, display her things, put them into a quilt, one thing. There's a project. They're working on something. There's something in the work.
Okay.
Make her belongings into like a quilt, her things, she wants to be displayed.
Okay, I did that with Erik's t-shirts, made a beautiful quilt out of it. Well, I didn't, but somebody did for me.
Oh, that's cool. Where can you do that kind of stuff?
I don't know. I guess you can look it up online. My husband got it for me for a Christmas present. So I don't know. All right, Karen S. What message does Phil have for me? What signs, if any, is Phil sending me? And where do you see my career heading towards? So this is like a few questions here.
So
the message from Phil.
Mm-hmm. Phil is over here and he tells you that he is very happy. He's satisfied with where he's at. Although death was very shocking to him and he had to have some time to heal, he says that he's very happy where he's at. So he must have passed away traumatically.
Okay.
For you to know that he is okay, it's very important, and he's happy. He doesn't have nothing holding him down anymore. There's no depression, nothing of that sort that he's worried about. He's free.
Okay. What signs is he sending her?
Birds. He says specifically it's going to be a blackbird that you're seeing all the time.
Okay.
And this bird's going to get your attention. It's like right in front of your window or going to fly real close to your eye.
And last one, where do you see my career heading toward?
So your career, you will be having job change that's going to come. It's not going to be this year. However, it's going to be, I would say, the beginning of 2018. And it's going to be forced upon you as well. It's going to be something that you have to change. You're going to notice you're going to have to change your work. So
Okay.
career-wise for you, I would suggest to either look for another job right now so you don't have that lesson that's coming up. You can prevent it.
Okay.
She has job change for sure.
All right. Gary W. I would like to know what my purpose in life is and if there's anything I need to change. I love you, Elisa and Eric. Thank you.
Erik says, I love her too. He's referring to you.
Aw.
He said that your life purpose, you have come down here to be more of a director, somebody that like guides people, gives directions, telling people like how to work, how to do things. I would say more of like a manager, a boss type of person. You do good by yourself. You're more of a self-employed type of person. And so this is the things that you're doing. You're directing people.
Okay.
What was the other parts?
Anything needs to be changed?
No, you're doing everything how you should be doing it. He says that
Awesome.
you've done really good with your patience, and he gives you good job for the patience that you've
Good.
learned.
Okay, here's another similar question from Rainy M. Hi, Eric. What is my life purpose slash spiritual mission? Marital mission.
Eric smiles. What is this person's name?
Um, Rainy, Ranee, I
Okay,
guess.
I don't know how to pronounce it either. He's over here, and it's got like an accent to it. He
Okay.
is singing to you as well, and he tells you that your spiritual mission is very much involved around spiritual work, doing mediumship work like this right here,
Hmm.
communicating with spirits. He says that you have again, this is claircognizance and like telepathic as well. He
Okay.
says that they kind of go together in a sense. Um, your mission is spiritual. You're doing spirit communication.
Awesome. All right, Mohammed A. It's mentioned in all religions that a world teacher will appear to help humanity. Will this happen in, I guess, his lifetime, on this
No,
timeline?
no,
If so, when?
it's not going to happen in his timeline. Erik says that we've already got spiritual teachers here, like in the form. So he's using like a Catholic religion, the what is he? The Pope.
Oh, yeah,
So the
right?
Pope would be like a spiritual teacher for one, and in other religions, those are the type of spiritual teachers that we have right now. But he says not one where it's going to be like end times, not in his lifetime. No,
Oh, when will a great Muslim leader show up? How long from now?
this looks like it's going to be centuries. It's not going to be anytime
Wow.
soon.
Okay.
It's a ways off.
All right.
For them, they have, I guess you could say, they're noticing signs right now,
Mm-hmm.
and the signs will continue to come, and they're going to be very persistent, like accidents, road accidents, things of
Okay.
that. They have signs, and they're experiencing them right now.
Okay. Mohammed, another question from him. Love you guys, and we are all supporting you. My question is, what is my life purpose? And why am I so obsessed with the planet's ascension? Thank you for your hard work. You guys try not to squeeze in a bunch of questions as one. Um, okay,
Think
so yeah, make sure it's just one question for
you're
the
obsessed.
for the $5 each. Okay,
Think
go ahead.
Thank you, Elisa.
Hmm.
So you're obsessed with the planet because you know that there's so much evolving to do with the world. And Erik says that you're feeling the energy, the obsession that you're talking about. It's more energy that you're feeling, excitement, things that are changing with the world. And that's
Okay.
why you're so in tune to it. He says, because you're in tune to it, you're feeling
Mm,
it.
it's good. All
What
right.
was
So
the,
what I'll probably do is from now on, after this, if somebody tries to squeeze in a bunch of questions for $5, I'll just read their first question.
all right,
We'll just make it simple
good
like that.
deal.
All right. Sorry to be a harsh mama, but that's the way it's gonna be. Zoe M. Hi guys. Last month I asked Eric for a message from my higher self and was given some information regarding work with extraterrestrials. Can Eric elaborate on this, please? Wow.
He says that this is a very different type of work that you're going to be doing. He says that you do help other races, aliens, if you wish to call them extraterrestrials. He says that you do help them to grow. You do a lot of work while you sleep. This is like traveling from dimension to dimension.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be so much conscious. She does interact with other beings. He says that she gets visitations from them.
Wow.
Um, I would be quite scared. And when she has that dream of knowing that she was somewhere else, it's because she was doing work with other beings.
Is
It's
she
not so
in
much.
danger? Is it
Nope,
okay?
not danger at all. It's not going to be like human contact, like tangible,
Ah, I see.
tangible. Like thank you. This is going to be more of dream state work, visitations that she's not remembering. She's helping them. That's the type of work that she's doing.
What is she helping
Very
them with? For example, what's one thing she might help them with?
He's talking about with communication, having them to communicate with us as humans.
Okay.
So that way we can understand them more. She says that she communicates like on a telepathic level, so she's not having to use words.
Okay.
She's using brain.
All right.
And so she's teaching other races how to communicate with humans.
Interesting. Wow, what a big role.
It's about like this would be a hybrid. You know how they can make parts. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
So that's another thing that she works with is hybrids.
Okay. All right, Bobby E. Hi, Erik. Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing on Earth? How can I have better patience? Is my brother you? Can you say hi to me? Is he with me? Okay, we'll just do the first question. Hi, Erik. Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing here on Earth? He like tried to get 4 questions in there. Dude, come on. Or she.
You are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing on work. You've come here to learn patience, and this is something that you haven't completely done yet. Erik is telling you that you are suffering from more of anxiety right now, not so much depression. And he's telling you to be outside, to go and do things out in nature, not to be by yourself so much. Your brother says hello, and he's apologizing for his leaving.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is a hard one. This is a very emotional one over here.
Okay. Philip W. Hi, Erik. I want to know how my grandmother Oma is doing and what her thoughts on the afterlife are now.
Your grandma says to organize your stuff.
Uh-oh.
She says it's time to get cleaning and to move things out that you no longer need. She's so happy. She's quite loving. And she's got that joking personality like Erik. She's going to be pulling pranks on you.
Oh,
Erik
awesome.
says, I guess I'm another bad influence because I'm teaching people.
Oh, good. We all love that. All right, one more question and we'll close this session. Nina S. I would like to have some advice about my career. It's been difficult for me to find paid work in my area. I was wondering if I should start doing something new or if I hadn't tried enough.
So you will be doing volunteering work. This is more of along the line of work that you're going to do. We know that you need to do something that's going to bring finances, money to you.
Sure.
But a majority of the work that she's going to do, it's volunteering work, and then this is going to lead her to income coming to her. So volunteer, whether it's like at a boys and girls club, it's with kids too. It's kids, children work. Volunteer with kids somehow, and it's going to lead to money coming to you.
Okay. How will it lead to money?
Because she's going to volunteer with something, and then they're going to need like a job. It's going to turn into a job instead of volunteer work.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that's great. So remember, guys, starting March, Raylene is going to accept more questions. They're very reasonably priced. Only ask 1 question per field, and that's super important because I would just ask the first one that's there. And you can check her out, www.angelmedium7.com. Thanks, Raylene. Thanks, Erik.
You're welcome. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.